Hey, Norwegian guy. Are you in there? There's another polar bear for you to stun.
Okay, if you could come back in an hour or two.
You think it'll wait while you snooze away? Rise and shine, Norway. And if you don't, I'll shoot that thing myself. You want to get that science project of yours or whatever it is done?
Okay, hold on. I'll just get my gear.
I'm waiting right here. And don't let Miss Alaska hold you up back there.
Ik weet dik je keigaar. Tully spotted another polar bear outside.
Not now, Rune.
Polaris. Come in, Polaris.
Go ahead, we hear you.
I found oil deep down a crevasse near Testril 2. It's an open pit, Nova. I found seep oil.
But that's wonderful.
And there's more to the story. I also ran into something unexpected. But I'd better tell you in person. I'll be there soon. While you wait, you can contact Thule. We need to announce this right away.
What was unexpected? Should I tell them something else?
Just tell them we're going to make the shareholders happy and the liberals angry pretty soon.
Okay, where are you now?
A few miles northeast of Polaris. But speaking of tree huggers, is that Norwegian chap still bothering you?
Oh no, he's not. Not at all.
What?
I tell you, I haven't seen such an obvious crush since my prom night, and that's been a while.
He's in the room, Al. Shut it.
He's there? Well, I think that was all. See you soon. Over and out.
So he found oil. I don't know what that last part was about, though. For some reason, he seemed to think that you have a bit of a crush on me.
Crush? No, I just...
Come on, is that how they do it in Oslo?
Whoops. I think I left the line open.
And what a thoughtful mistake it was. This has been a comedy goldmine. Look, maybe Rune could fix you something nice in the canteen. Let's say tomorrow. I'll even throw in some fuel and ammo for Tully. For distraction, you know.
I could do that.
Good.
Do I have a say in this?
Not really.
Can you cook, Rune?
That's my girl. Rune, I happen to know what she likes, but I'll fill you in later. Now is not the time.
Okay, over and out.
Over and out.
So, did you have anything else in mind?
Tully spotted another polar bear outside.
Polar bear research on a station owned by a godless oil company. You know, this might be the biggest oil discovery of our careers, while you are trying to save the Arctic. That's...
A serious conflict of interest, I know. I love ice climbing and the Arctic. That's why I'm here. Did my master's measuring skua eggs in Svalbard. As for the company, me being here is just a cheap publicity trick. I'll play along and get my thesis done. But maybe I should get moving. That bear won't be around forever.
Be careful. Everything Tully knows about polar bears comes from cola commercials.
Hey, Rune! Over here.
Where is it?
Back there, behind the station. I think it tried to stalk me, so I took off.
Then it's probably a male, so let's be very careful.
You're just gonna walk over?
Yeah.
I don't know if you should. That thing is just around the corner.
He's a big one, all right. Somewhat over 200 kilos, I'd say. And guess what? He is a she.
Does that matter?
More than one would think. Tracking collars can't be fitted to males. Their necks are wider than their heads. God, it's beautiful out here. God, it's beautiful.
Are you gonna shoot?
Hold on, I'll just need to get the rest of the gear.
Good kill.
It hit her right where it was supposed to, just above the shoulder blade. Let's give the sedative some time to kick in and then have a closer look.
Look at that maw.
It can easily crush a seal's skull, or drag a small beluga whale out of the sea.
Mighty nasty smell.
It shouldn't be that bad.
Careful!
Relax. I know what I'm doing. There's the reason for the smell. The right quadrant mandibular canine is chipped.
The what?
A fang. The tooth is infected and the infection is spreading. Look at the dark spots on the gums.
That's a satellite tracker?
Yes, but it transmits only triangulation data. The collar will come off after a few weeks. After that, I'll retrieve it. We're done here. She can't eat with that tooth. That's why she's so badly malnourished. We need to contact the veterinary service tomorrow.
Are you gonna keep her on a leash until then?
Let's haul her to that old sled dog cage to wait for them. You stay here and guard her. I'll figure out a way to do it.
What if she starts moving before that?
I'd keep my distance. She'll be rather pissed off when she wakes up.
Have you figured out how to move her?
Just a moment. I'll get back. Al.
Have you figured out how to...
Let's take the snowmobile and pull her.
That might work. Eula Petroleum is gonna love her.
We are not telling them. We need to do what we can to help her.
I'm gonna go take a leak.
Make some room. Samples coming through. Rune.
Al.
Pretty brisk weather out there. Leave no skin exposed.
What do you got there, Gramps?
Early Christmas. A few hours ago, I was roaming the glacier using the crevasse radar. No magnetometrics or anything. Suddenly, the thing starts bleeping and I hit the brakes. Went outside and found myself on the edge of the nastiest crevasse ever.
Holy shit!
And that's not even the hairiest part. Glanced down, and there it was. Deep in the hole, a bubbling pool of crude oil. Again, no transient electromagnetics, tellurics, or anything. Just stumbled on it. So I figured there's more to this story. Tied myself to the six-wheeler's winch and went down.
You fucking went down the crevasse? Alone? And with that trunk of yours?
Yes, Tully, I bloody went all the way. Let's say I had a hunch of an old oil wizard, did some surface sampling, looked around, and found these. Unsettling, isn't it? It was a sacrificial site of some kind.
That thigh bone. It's human.
Yes, there were plenty of body parts down there, but I didn't want to stick my nose any deeper than I already had. What do you think, Rune?
This is a significant find. The symbols look like some sort of elaborate writing, but it's not really my field. I have a few paleoanthropologist contacts in Bergen. We could reach them through the Thule station.
Maybe, but let's not be hasty here. The fine could mean big bucks for all of us, so let's not draw any unnecessary attention to it. Tully?
Right on, Gramps. Last time I checked, we were on an oil research station, not some fancy university.
You are not going to believe this. Euler himself is coming here.
Bob? They're sending Bob?
No, much worse.
No.
I'll be in my room.
What the hell was that?
Alistair Euler, the son of the company founder, is coming here. I've known Bob a long time, and in this case, the apple has landed far off.
Oh, he sure got the Ice Queen ticked off.
They have some mutual history together.
I'm going out for a smoke. You joining, Gramps?
No, thank you. I'll reward myself with a couple of sandwiches.
Viking?
No, thanks, I'm trying to quit. And if I'm not going to be allowed to contact a real expert, I'll examine those bones myself.
Knock yourself out.
You do know what your oil find means for Greenland, don't you?
Yes, it'll bring in money to the local people, thus giving them tools for pursuing their independence.
It'll also have a severe effect on the ecology, not to mention global climate problems.
What do you want me to do, Rune? I'm an old guy. For once, I found something worthwhile. Anyway, I suggest you take a look out of your window before going to sleep. There should be powerful aurora in the sky tonight. Ah, Rune. Quite a day, wasn't it?
Did you see my new mascot?
I did, but how long is she going to stay in that cage? That's a different thing.
I'm not gonna keep her.
What's the problem with her?
Infected jaw. Dooley will probably agree to send in a vet.
That's a ballsy move, you know, to capture a polar bear.
I understand you have a long work history in the Arctic.
Too long, my friend. Too long. I've seen all kinds of creatures in here. All kinds of jaunty fellows.
Did you say the artifacts were in a cave, not in the bottom of the crevasse?
A glacial cave beneath the ice, yes. It was deep beneath the surface. Not a very pleasant place. But don't start getting any weird ideas about academic investigations or anything. I found it and I'll dedicate it to pumping black gold.
What are you working on?
Right now, my main field of expertise, a sandwich.
Nova, are you all right?
Rune? No, not really.
You know, if you need any assistance, I've got some quality razor blades.
You're a real friend, but I think I just need some rest.
Okay. Good night. What do you think about the find?
When are you gonna get it on with the Inuit princess, huh?
Nova? Nah, not me. She's nice, but...
Come on, I see you eyeing her ass. Anyway, there are some things you should know about her. She was working in Thule before this, right? The word is that they had to transfer her to keep a horde of ogling corporate losers away. Like the Eula guy she was mad about. And that she enjoyed the hassle an awful lot, too. Just take a number, pal.
Okay, that's enough. I have things to do.
But if you need some advice about Inuit women in general, you are now talking to the Eskimo champ.
Right.
My point is that she'll eat you alive. She's done it before.
It's for your own good. You'll get the next shot tomorrow. Oh, shit. What a dream. What's that noise? Sounds like a garbled radio. Al. Al. Al?
Look at that. A hell of a light show. Like the sky itself was burning. Such profound beauty. I took a reading with the magnetometer, and I think we're very close to a record-breaking geomagnetic event right now.
There's something strange taking place here. The radio is blaring out some weird noise.
Yes, that makes sense, and it wouldn't even be the first time. Way back in 1859, a couple of great geomagnetic storms took place. They were caused by immense coronal mass ejections in the sun. Back then, telegraph stations were spreading all over rural America. Electricity was soon to be introduced to households, and telegraph lines operated with it. As it happened, something freaky took place during a peak in the solar storm. Stations in Portland and Boston maintained conversation for several hours with no battery power.
They were using some form of geomagnetic energy?
Correct. Geomagnetically induced current is the term. The field lines fall here, Rune. Now, I don't know the specifics, but I think the ion storm is causing the effect you described. Who knows? We might see even more peculiar things happen.
How can an ionospheric phenomenon have effects this severe?
Well, I'll bet you see aurora in Norway all the time, Rune. Do you know much about them?
The basics. They're caused by solar wind getting trapped by Earth's magnetic field.
That's the science. However, the Cree call them the dance of the spirits. Looking at them here, in the middle of this desolation, they waver constantly, like a veil or a mask. A mask shifting to reveal a glimpse of some long, lost truth. Perhaps a visual message, which we, as mankind, are no longer able to connect to.
I remember watching them as a child and having similar sentiments, like they were put up there as a show. There are legends in Norway. I think the Sami people believe the northern lights can descend from the heavens to hurt men.
I'm glad you understand, Rune. Getting older, I've come to realize there's a more spiritual side to the Arctic. One more thing. I don't think you'll be able to reach anyone with a radio tomorrow. We've blanked out during ion storms half this magnitude before.
Then I'll treat the bear myself.
That's the spirit. We should also power down the tower so nothing gets fried. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Tully, you scared the hell out of me.
I see them, Rune. The beast.
Okay, Tully, I hear you. Take it easy. Everything is all right.
No, I can't. It just starts over. There! See?
Listen to me. You are on Alpha Polaris and there's nothing here. Take it easy.
What? Are you sure?
There's nothing here, Tully. Nothing here.
Fuck.
What did you see in your dream?
I don't know. I was back in Longwoods, Maine, and then in the glacier, the polar bears. They were in the sky. It was wrong somehow.
What were the beasts you saw?
At first, I thought they were polar bears. But then, I don't know what the fuck it was. A spirit. Under the ice.
Okay, easy now. Tully, what's wrong with the radio?
How should I know? It's some electromagnetic shit or something.
Look, maybe you should go back to sleep.
No, I need to focus. You go ahead, Norway. I'll sit down here for a while.
Are you...
I'm good. Now leave me alone.
Okay. I'll do a quick check around the station.
Hey, Knudsen, you gotta see this.
Kamardar.
Don't you go all sweet on me. I found something real fucking eerie.
The Swede here needs a little more sleep.
You need to see this.
Fawn, Before we'll stop. Okay, you win.
Get down here then. And about last night, we need to talk.
Nova. Al. Morning.
Morning. Made any progress with the thesis?
Not really.
Well, if it helps, our little side project here, the one involving oil, is showing some real promise.
I understand you've found a large enough reservoir here to start drilling.
Beats me. Determining the field size will take some seismic work. But we know there's some prime stuff down there. Saturation, volume, color, sweet taste, and whatnot. Substantial bonuses heading our way if we can focus on the mission at hand.
Do you think I can use the radio now?
It's still powered down, and I think we should keep it that way. The tempest is raging up there, even now, in the daytime. That could seriously cripple our equipment. I don't think we'd be able to contact anybody. Unless you want to listen to some dork playing ukulele on Radio Waikiki. One time, a few years back, I remember being unable to hear even the carrier wave from Thule, while still listening to the Moscow. Strange are the ways of upper atmospheric transmissions.
Did you have any nightmares last night?
Yes, I had this recurring one when Euler Jr. catches us not doing our jobs. Other than that, just some nighttime flatulence, but that's definitely out of excitement.
Tell these dreams have really gotten to him.
Look, Rune, Ted is not really operating on the level of maturity one would expect. Between you and me, waking dreams mostly occur in juveniles.
She's gone.
That's a piece of her flesh.
So she wanted out and ripped the cage open?
I don't see any other way this could have happened. Putting her in the cage was a dumb idea.
You've been doing your science project on climate change or whatever. Is this it?
No. Polar bears are unpredictable animals, especially when hurt and captured.
You really don't see the pattern here? We are basically animals, right? Maybe the storm messes up everything with a brain.
Like you last night.
Yeah, just like that. Man, I was far off.
I guess it's plausible. The human brain functions on electric signals.
I've been checking the magnetometer, and the worst is yet to come. The storm is gaining momentum.
I probably need to put the bear down. Can I take the snowmobile?
Sure, the keys are in the ignition. I need to chill somewhere for a while.
The bear we caught yesterday escaped by tearing open the cage and apparently hurt herself badly.
I'm not surprised. Those are intense animals. What are you gonna do with her?
I'll probably have to put her down. If the tracking collar is still on, I'll find her.
I see you're making progress with those.
Everything all right?
Yes, just had a lousy night.
You're not the only one. The radio woke me up.
At least you got some sleep. I've been running those samples for, what, like 4 hours now?
If there's something I can do to help, like pick off the hairier bug legs.
Thanks, but those bugs are still microscopic. How's the bear doing?
She's gone. She must have smashed the cage during the night. She's apparently hurt pretty badly, and has an infected jaw. She'll probably die if I don't find her.
But you can find her, right?
Yes, if the tracking collar is still attached. You don't look like you slept too well. Rough night?
No, it's more like personal stuff.
Haven't had any strange dreams?
Not really.
Tully had night terrors last night. Seems pretty shaken.
I know. First morning in months, he didn't tell any of his sexist jokes.
Al thought you might have some insight on those bones and the hide he found.
If you mean as an Inuit, not that much. People often have this misconception of our cultural unity, but in reality, there are many different cultures and groups. I'm a Canadian Inupiat. In Greenland, there's the Kalaallit, although the dialect spoken here in the north is Inuktun. It's very close to the Canadian Inuktitut that my mom spoke to me. However, I took some courses on Paleo-Eskimo cultures, so I might be able to tell you something.
I found interesting details in the bones Al brought. There are knife marks all over them, and the bone marrow has been exposed in one.
That's usually done to feast on the juicy innards.
Which would mean the Paleo-Eskimos were practicing cannibalism.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? It's known to happen in extreme conditions.
Trust me, this is something that I know really well. Cannibalism is a strong cultural taboo for the Inuit. They would not do that. There's some evidence of even older cultures than the Inuit in Greenland. Degenerate hunting cults, very warlike and tightly organized, which doesn't apply to us.
Sounds like they could have practiced violent rituals.
But as I said, they were not Inuits. According to the myth, they were driven into the sea by old Inuit tribes. I have a couple of articles on the subject. I'll fetch you one. I also have another article about the mythological side. I'll try and find it for you tonight.
You didn't seem very happy to hear Euler Jr. was coming.
We just don't need anyone from management meddling in things right now, especially those who are full of themselves.
It's supposed to be a major oil prospect down there?
Yes, but Al thinks we need to do a little more work before trumpeting about our find.
We on for tonight?
We are, but I have to zone out for a while first.
From my first day here, I noticed how you take pride in your past. I'm sure your mom taught you that.
Not really. She always told me to forget the bygone ages and become a trucker.
Losing you to the logging industry would have been a waste of talent.
You should see me driving a Kenworth double trailer up the Wrangell Mountains before you say that. Definitely not for the faint-hearted. Anyway, I learned to take pride in what I am after I moved to Alaska and went to university.
Did you just shoot something?
I was examining her tracks. If I hadn't looked up, I'd be dead now.
I told you this would happen.
I had to shoot the bear. I was examining her tracks and lifted my head, and there she was, right in front of me. If I hadn't looked up.
What you need to do is calm down a bit. Everything is fine. You found the bastard. That's the most important thing. Take it easy for a while, Rune.
I need to borrow the 6x6. The carcass has to be moved.
Yes, but not today. It's going to be dark soon. And have you forgotten about a certain young lady awaiting her bomb Alaska?
Now? I think I'm too shaken up for that right now.
On the contrary, it'll do you good. Get your mind on something else.
What is that thing anyway? Ice cream and frozen berries?
Oh boy. Listen to me, and listen carefully. Bomb Alaska is more than just a dessert. Its roots go back to the French royalty. Making a proper one is no small feat. You need a blowtorch to finish it, to say nothing of the perfect timing involved. Luckily, you are looking at an expert on this, as is attested by my perfect figure. I'll scribble down some instructions for you. And one more thing, you do well if you don't swallow all the things Tully says about Nova. That wannabe womanizer is just a tad jealous. You'll never meet another girl like her, trust me. I've known her for a long time.
There are both pictograms and mutilation marks on the bones. Enough to turn this into an academic study.
That may very well be the case, but unless you turn that into potential profit, I don't think the company would be very interested. Otherwise, that sounds very interesting.
The symbols on the hide are linked to an old tribe, the Tunajuk. Historians seem to consider them to be a legend.
Well, what do you know? There are still hidden things in the world.
What are you working on?
Tellurics, if that means anything to you. Look, we need to hustle with this thing. Bob's kid is not known for his tactfulness.
I understand you have a long work history in the Arctic.
Too long, my friend, too long. I've seen all kinds of creatures in here. All kinds of jaunty fellows.
Wow, it's cozy in here. I heard about the bear.
I shouldn't have captured her in the first place.
Are you...
Yes, just a little shaken. Let's have some Bomb Alaska. That'll lighten up the mood. What do you think?
That looks... divine. You did good with the flambe.
Really?
Yes, I haven't seen such a gorgeous serving since Anchorage. Let's taste it. This is...
That's disgusting.
Sorry, this tastes yummy.
So it's a score?
Touchdown.
Whoa.
I'd say that Bomb Alaska a la Norway is a glowing success.
I think the glowing success was scoring a date in the middle of Greenland.
That's not true. Girls grow more desperate out here. So thank you for it.
Don't think of it as a gift. I fully expect you to cook something for me, say, next Sunday.
I could make you some Eskimo ice cream.
I'm not sure if I want to know what's in it.
Yes, you do. We actually call it akatuk. Wild berries, whipped reindeer fat, and seal oil. In the old days, the fat of chubby Norwegian explorers was also used.
Too bad you only have skinny ones around here. Maybe if I gain some weight, you'll consider hanging out with me.
Maybe. But before that, I'm kinda curious. Why do you really want to hang out with me?
Well, you're my kind of girl. As exotic as intelligent.
I guess you don't date a lot. What is it?
Sounds like a chopper.
There's a probe in the back. Unload it. Gee, Mr. Big Shot, I was kind of sleeping here and...
Euler Jr.?
Yes.
Nova, are you all right? Thule Base has been trying to reach you all day.
We're all well.
Dad was very worried.
I'm in the middle of something here, Alistair.
Who are you?
Rune Knudsen, a researcher from Norway. I've talked with your father.
Nova, show me the lab.
Shoot.
So there are no base samples taken? You know we need the whole series, Shaman.
Haven't had the time.
Where's the place?
The lower pen marks it.
I'll go there myself tomorrow. Good night. You're excused. I also want you to present your research to me tomorrow. We need to know how you've spent your time here.
just a dream. Tully! Nova.
Oh no. No. I don't want to. Please. Please.
Nova! Wake up!
I can't. It's too dark. Don't come near me. He'll hear you too.
Who? Who'll hear me?
Ashton! I saw it before at Nunavut when I was a little girl. I had a high fever.
There's nobody here but me. Who is Ashton?
Everything that is horrible in the Arctic. Death by freezing, hunger, loneliness.
I have to go. Stay here.
That thing wanted to come inside, but I drove it back. See? What is it smiling about?
You need to calm down, Tully.
You have to do something, Roan. Otherwise, it'll take us all under the ice.
What the fuck are you two doing? Get in now!
Alistair, something's wrong with Tully. Just calm down.
I'm not gonna let guys like you screw up the operation here.
The beast doesn't give a flying fuck about your oil revenues. It's here with us. Don't you see it?
Beast?
There's something very wrong here, Alistair.
Idiot! This useless shit kicker is clearly psychotic, and you encourage him.
You bet it's psychosis.
Listen, there's something very wrong here.
I told you that thing is here.
Didn't I tell you to shut up? Don't you see what you're doing to that whack job?
I'm sorry, Tully, but you leave me no choice.